What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday or Sunday, wherever you are.
Welcome to Near Mid Condition, a channel where you can be part of a positive, honest community and lay claim to some comic book knowledge. I'm the Astonishing Melanie.
And I'm the Uncanny Omar. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day, a good week. Yeah.
So do you, because you're really down, do you want to go ahead and say why?
Oh, yeah. Well, we lost a mountain of a man this past week. We lost a lot of creators. Paul Mooney passed away, and then who was a comedian, and then David Anthony Kraft passed away, who was he's a rock and roll journalist, but he ended up becoming a comic book writer. He wrote Defenders, Captain America, She-Hulk, and then we lost Miura. So we're gonna focus on positive things this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are. And Melanie and I are gonna do a separate episode for Kentaro Miura, and that will come out sometime today. I haven't decided if I want to make it live or what.
Oh,
I haven't decided. I don't know.
Okay. It's right, a video on how much he means to us, and more so, honestly, to Omar. And like a thank you.
Yeah, I saw that's been trending, the thank you. I think that's wonderful. A lot of people are showing their love for him. A lot of comic book creators, not just in Japan, but in the West here. Like a lot of.
Well, even before seeing what other people did, like I want to do a thank you too, right?
Yeah, we wanted to.
I think it's all genuine. I'm just saying.
But I think I wasn't ready. It's it took me some time.
So thank you all so much for look, hashtag.
Yeah, that's great.
Look, that's a great profile pic. So as you can tell in the thumbnail, and from some of the stuff you can see in the background, how much we really like it. Wait a second. Dude, Brian, no, we're not gonna miss the show. He's gonna perk up here.
No. I wouldn't. I love the streams. That's why I wanted to do this.
Okay, so how about if people are saying hi and where they're from, and you can say hi to Betchy, the egg of the king. Isn't he cute? He's cute because his eyes aren't open and bleeding. Yeah. I want to be like Puck. He's so cute, and his favorite food is cheese.
Yeah.
Betchy, you say right here.
You go. I hate Puck, right? Like
he grows on you. That's the beginning, Puck, and then
I'm even gonna miss Puck.
Let's see. Jet saying, "What's up to Near Mid Crew from Cali?"
Django.
And let's see. We're with you, buddy. Yeah, let's get some.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's I thought
cloudy indoor. That's a cool. Oh, it's Project Viking. That's Ontario. That's such a cool name for a city, right? Indoor. Hi, Omar and Melanie. Always loving this.
There was a battle for Endor that the Ewoks fought.
Yeah,
nobody remembers that.
Wait, no, people, y'all remember Battle for Endor? Yes, you do.
What was the other one? Caravan of Courage. Oh well.
Good, Ben. Your appointments canceled last minute this morning, so I've been at work all morning just reading The Wicked plus The Divine. You've had worse Saturdays. Yeah, you have. I've arrived, but still at work. Kenny has been trying to get into American comics. Thanks for your videos. They've been a lot of help. Good.
You're very welcome. I hope you're enjoying them.
We've got...
It's 11 o'clock in the Philippines. The heat and humidity. It was pretty warm here. We got up in the high 80s.
Yeah, it's actually warm. It's actually warm here.
It's actually starting to feel like summer.
All right, Ted's saying you saw Yojimbo slipcase reprint coming from Fantagraphics.
Yep. I think I announced that a couple of weeks ago, didn't I? I can't remember. Was that on the Saturday streams that they were going to do it? But now it's in the
Good.
books.
I just watched those Ewok movies on Disney Plus. What a coincidence!
Which one was better? And why was it Battle for Endor? Morning from Oregon.
Hi, Tony. Was it Tony? Were you the one that was asking? I lied, huh? I tried my black wig, but it would like get my face, and I don't know how to fix it, so I put on this one instead. I want to do more punk for Berserk. I just started being punk. It's nearly beer o'clock in Scotland.
When is it not? I'm not saying all Scottish are alcoholics. Please don't cancel me. It was a joke. Good evening from
Kuala Lumpur. Lumpur? I don't know. We're just about to get Disney.
Where did you see an A? Okay.
Disney Plus here in Malaysia.
Oh, big
I'm sorry,
congrats.
JT. So I'm glad.
You know, the first when we first got the Disney Plus here, the very first thing I did with my kids is just binge watch a bunch of Simpsons. Like a bunch of classic Simpsons.
Yep. Yeah, classic Simpsons. Oh, yeah, that looks realistic, baby. I'm going to cheer you
Not my
up.
wig.
By the end of the show, you're wearing this wig. You look so pretty.
I don't think so.
Ooh, Niagara Falls in the house. You guys rock.
You have this beautiful, like, Niagara Falls behind you. You know, Superman saved a kid from almost falling into Niagara Falls.
I actually remember that because I watched it 2 months ago.
It's a great movie.
Hey, Read Comics is plugging Usagi Yojimbo too. Hardcover releases 28th of July.
It is. And I think I've talked on this channel before how much I paid $300 for that one because I didn't think they were ever going to reprint it. So you're not alone if you fall into that FOMO hole. What's up, Patchwork? Or Partwork, sorry.
Gary Sandberg, I probably shouldn't show your comment.
Hello from India.
Hannah, I sent your package. It's going to be 3 weeks. And it only costs $18. I was expecting way more. So yay. So 3 weeks. Look for it. I think I wrote your address right. The mail guy said I did. Golden Age Simpsons only here.
Yeah. Classics.
Brian's saying the Superman's 1 and 2 still the greatest comic book movies ever made.
Go to Dean, but I cannot read what Dean's comment is. I'm making an announcement.
Oh.
It wasn't supposed to be leaked, but it's okay. Things like that happen. I am making a formal announcement, but I'm also David. There's some surprises that will be with that announcement. A bunch of restocks. So keep an eye on the channel when I'm wearing a suit. But that will be the announcement along with a bunch of restocks. So
you 210 lucky people. Let me try to find the super chat. Here we go. Thank you, KC. Watched your video. I was thinking about getting Howard the Duck and Jessica Jones Alias, but I've never read either. Have you read either?
Yes.
I need to write down to read Howard the Duck.
Okay. I've read Chip Zdarsky's Howard the Duck, and I've read Alias by Brian Michael Bendis. Alias by Brian Michael Bendis is definitely mature content, and it's regarded as one of his better stories. I thought it was, I thought it was okay. And that's just my personal opinion. People really love it though. So if you're a fan of Bendis, like his Daredevil, this has a more mature theme than Daredevil. And the artwork is, who is it? Kratos, I think. Kratos. Can't remember his last name. But yeah, if you like that gritty type, dark kind of story, then absolutely. As far as Chip Zdarsky, Howard the Duck, it's different than Steve Gerber's run, but damn funny.
Great Garley, what you eating? Grilled chicken and massive salad, no dressing, eating healthy. Wow, good for you. I like salads, but I do need a little bit of dressing on it. Super Life Heart saying mumble, mumble, Alpha Flight, Omnibus, mumble, mumble.
I wish.
And Johnny wants Excalibur and War of the Realms restocks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What about Josh asking, what are the chances of a reprint of Terminator versus RoboCop by Miller and Simonson by Marvel?
Well, it wouldn't be by Marvel because Terminator, I think, is still with Dark Horse. RoboCop is with IDW. Oh my gosh, licensing, man! All these things that are movies or toys, they're just, these collections are almost near impossible because nobody can come to terms with. Yeah, we'll get this much percentage. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't even know how that works. That's a bunch of lawyers talking. What's up, Big Stu? Watching from Orlando. It's already hot here. Awesome, buddy.
Thank you, Lionheart, for the super chat. Melanie, what is the name of your symbiote? I was looking through the thesaurus last night. Well, online.
Yeah, because that's what she does for fun.
I do. I love synonyms.
She does. English master over here.
Synonyms for symbiotes. I'm thinking. What was I thinking?
I don't remember, but I love you.
It starts with an R. Oh, dude. Hold up. I'm going to find out. It starts with an R.
Okay.
I was thinking Scourge, but I didn't know if somebody's already named Scourge.
So,
And it's kind of an ugly word.
Volume 1 arrived yesterday. Fox said, no, I actually talked to David yesterday, but they haven't forgotten. It's just, it takes a lot of work, and where they're not working in office, it's harder for them to get together to put a bunch of this material together. So, hello from my yurt in London. Is it considered leak when previews posted as an official listing for it? Well, remember, they can do that, but sometimes it's not. Things get shifted around. And speaking of shifting around, there are going to be some things that will be shifted around. Like, nothing will be canceled, at least from Marvel, but there are going to be some dates that are shifted around.
All right. Ruination. I was thinking retaliation. Ruination. Isn't that a fun word? Ruination.
Melonie's hair reminds me of Roxy from Gen 12. Gen 13? Was there a Gen 12? No, Gen 13.
Is this Transformers? Is it a human?
How do you not know?
Oh, X-Men, Gen 13. Okay.
Okay, well,
I couldn't even remember my symbiote's name, dude.
I can let that slide because the original name for Gen 13 was going to be Gen X. And then Marvel stepped in and said, no, you don't. And Jeffrey Scott Campbell was like, okay, Marvel, you win. So he renamed it to Gen 13.
There we go.
Grubach said announcement. Brian, you and your high hopes. I really think that's going to be Dark Horse, honestly. I really think that Dark Horse is going to be releasing, not a box set, but maybe. I mean, we're getting library editions of Madman. We're getting a new slipcase edition of a beautiful slipcase edition that makes me want to kind of double dip off Sin City. So there's like 7 books. You remember the library editions that came out years ago that had 2 box sets? They're bringing it back. It looks beautiful.
Oh, okay. What about, let's see, off my shelves. Oh, Omar, you seem like you have properly taken a gut punch, and I hope this stream and all the love you get from this lovely community help today. I do decent virtual hugs, so I'm sending some.
Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it.
You want to show your shirt?
I do have to say one thing that I took off yesterday. My wonderful wife decided to make a video.
It's my first morning video.
Well, because one thing... You know, I think we're all dealing with Miura's death differently. And one of the things that I've come to learn from it is it's okay to take a break because people are there to entertain us and we expect things from them. Like, or so many manga costs. It's almost become a joke. I don't think my generation, the older you get, the more you learn to wait on things. And I think, because I've heard a lot of people like my buddy Riley from Omnibus, the Omnibus Collector, who had a beautiful tribute to Miura, was saying like how his generation always jokes about like this manga ka is gonna die before this gets finished, and you know that's a lot of the things that happened to his health were due to that. Like his schedule was insane.
Right, with the journal releases, the diary releases.
Just like
it's not.
So it's okay to take a break, and my wife was sweet enough to give me. So yesterday I really didn't do any. It was nice to just read for fun and then come back and and get my energy back. I was ready to make some videos last night though, but yeah, she was like, take the day off.
You filmed 2 yesterday, and I was like, you're not supposed to film any.
No, but I was in a better place. I was in a better. Like it hit me. I got a message when I was wrapping up my X-Men reading order part 5. And towards the end, you might be able to tell the difference like in my tone of voice. Not because they're horrible stories, but just because that's when I had learned. And I was like, this isn't real. Like somebody is obvious because, he's been rumored to be dead before. It's not like the first time we've seen this. And it wasn't until I saw the tweet from the publisher that I was like, oh. But anyway, so thank you is what I wanted to say. That was a long way to say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I understand. I'm scared of when John Linnell's going to pass away. You guys are going to really, really be sad. And I got people's nerves with my intro. Let me tell you, that's the most dislikes I've ever had. But I'm glad some of you.
It's okay.
No, I'm not feeling bad about it. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to take a little bit of pride in it. Like, I got on people's nerves. I understand my humor's not for everybody. I'm glad if you liked it that you did. And I understand if you click on a video expecting Omar and it's me going do 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 do.
This is what I have to put up with, and I love it. Rest is cool is my buddy Hip Hop. Rest is cool if it's earned. Too many dreamers are procrastinators. However, I interviewed Shock G. I love that guy. Rest in peace. Also. Once upon a time, and he was working on comics at that time. Don't know if we'll ever see them now. I interviewed what's his name, the guy from Run DMC, and he was working on a comic when his comic was actually being published. So Daryl,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was in Chicago. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait for conventions to open back up. I've been invited to the small convention in Frankfort, Kentucky. And
you were?
Yeah,
tell me
in July, and I said maybe. I don't know if I'm ready yet. Not that it's going to be huge and packed, but it's just, I don't know.
I'm not invited? Okay.
You can't go. You ain't get no invite. Did you get an invite?
Did Near Mick get an invite?
First of all, they addressed me as Mr. Near Mick Condition.
Seriously? Oh. Oh, man. Let's see. Lunchtime wine. No, I didn't. Hey, I just got my 1978 Machine Man 2 from eBay for $5. That's what Mad Boy said. And please send us your superhero team that you made up.
Yeah, Mad Boy, I'm still going to make that video for you, buddy. I haven't forgotten.
The piece of paper's still up there to remind him.
There's some mad love from my buddy Philip. Love the intro.
Oh,
forget the haters. Did you know that F stood for F? On Saturday mornings it does, because we got Mad Boy in here.
And Arthur.
Omar, quick question. Is this really a quick question, Kenny?
He tricked you.
All right, buddy. Who are your top 5 favorite Superman artists? Kurt Swan, John Byrne, Gary Frank. Oh, gosh. Now, man, Kenny, this isn't easy, buddy. Okay. Dan Jurgens. And one more?
I like John Byrne
and
George Perez.
So hard. Yeah, I love George Perez.
That's
too.
my 2. That's all I got.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna show comments while you're thinking.
Carlos Pacheco does an awesome. Carlos Pacheco. Final answer.
Oh,
Kenny, you stumped me. Good one, Kenny. Well done with your quick question, Omar. I love it. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, Danny C is saying. Oh, wait, Bill said we've got a Comic Mart. Comic Mart. Is that like a comic convention then?
First one around in a year and a half.
Danny's talking about your black chair and your black shirt. Looking like your morning. Show your shirt. It is adorable. Here, let me get rid of this. Nope.
It's my shirt of Katsu that Melanie got me a few years ago.
He's adorable. Look at that. Oh, dude, we could have put white in your hair right here.
I think that's going to naturally happen.
Cosplay? Well, that's hot.
Yeah, Melanie likes them old.
I like them in the grave.
Okay, let's not get crazy.
Oh, what's your favorite arc? Somebody asked that.
In Berserk?
Uh-huh.
I mean...
I think mine's the Golden Age.
It doesn't get better than the Golden Age.
Even though that's not the main bulk of the story, right?
I mean, it's a big chunk though. It's what gets people in. It's what gets you to.
But just that it completely does a 180. Mm-hmm. Well, not you know what I'm saying in terms of like the themes. Let's go to the supernatural.
I will say.
I mean, I love all of it, but there's just something about Golden Age.
That one of the things on the channel that I've done with Berserk is I don't really speak about why I love it so much. I let people decide to get hooked on it. When I do overviews of them, I always show the artwork and how bad it is. But I don't really speak about why it's so good. So probably on the channel, you're going to see some Berserk videos.
And it makes me think that when I'm gonna cry.
Not today, not this morning.
Not to wait for somebody to pass away to show all this gratitude, thanks. But then on the other hand, you do a great job of it. Well, maybe I do too. Right? It just puts things into perspective. You don't have to wait for somebody to pass away.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I am gonna cry.
Save it for later.
Thank you, Gabriel. Easy question. If you had to kill one of your favorite X-Men, who would it be? That's not an easy question.
Okay.
Wait.
Thank you for the super chat, Gabriel.
Let me put this in perspective. They won't stay dead.
Okay,
Wolverine died. He come back.
I was gonna ask, do they come back or do they stay dead? Because if they stay dead, that stipulation wasn't in the question. I say they'll come back. He did give us a super chat. He can stipulate whatever he wants.
I'm trying to take care of your mental health.
It's okay. Wolverine, because apparently he can come and regenerate from a single cell of his body, which is they stay dead.
Gabriel!
He's like, I'm getting my $5 worth. All right, here we go. Let's see. They can stay dead.
Jean Grey would be used to it, surely.
Stay dead. Woo, son. Long shot. Final answer. I love Long Shot, but he's gone. I can't kill Storm. I can't kill Wolvie. Rogue? I want to read War of the Realms. Are the tie-ins any good? Yes, there are some really good tie-ins, like the Punisher tie-in. Ant-Man, believe it or not, is really good. What is it? Giant Man, sorry. The Greg Pak, what was it? Agents of Atlas. That was a really fun tie-in. Venom was pretty good. War Scrolls, some of them were solid. And then just like every other event, ups and downs. Like some of them are forgettable, some of them are like, ooh. He said favorite, otherwise I would have voted for that. And I love that YouTube has given up on our channel and just said, all right, you know what? It's okay for them to talk about
if you happen to watch my Spreadshot video, did you guys catch me saying, I don't know, somebody put gold balls on our t-shirt? I felt like that was safe enough of a joke to say. Oh, killed by Shatterstar. Oh my gosh.
I don't want to spoil that. I don't even know where they stand with that story anymore, honestly.
Yeah,
it's been so retconned so many times. I can't even keep up. What's up, buddy? How's my buddy Gio doing? One of my favorite moments on YouTube was getting a chance to review and discuss the Golden Age arc with you guys. Yeah, that was... You were there.
Oh, okay, good.
You were there.
And Gio, on his channel, he's got a Berserk video. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, though.
Beautiful tribute. And the Omnibus got together on Thursday to talk about Berserk. And I love it. I love that Berserk has just grown so much. I love that it's not like... At one time, I was like, I'm the only one reading this because it really felt like that. Of course, that was 20 plus years ago, but... And then now everybody... It feels like everybody knows it. It is... You know how awesome this is? On Amazon, 2 of the Berserk books are in the top 5 best-selling books. Not top 5 best-selling comics, top 5 best-selling books.
Before he passed away?
Now. There's so many people trying it out.
And you know what? So this is going to be the theme of the chat, which is perfectly fine. But we will keep coming back to Berserk. If you showed this book to 18-year-old Melanie, 20-year-old Melanie, I would be like, no, I can't read this. I was wait, this sounds like I'm tooting my own horn. I was naive, innocent.
You're so tooting your own horn. God bless. Keep going. Tell me more about how pure you were, please. This is what the Saturday streams are about.
The point is that I'm glad. Well, that through meeting you, right? Allow myself to open up to different experiences. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Because it's such an inspirational story, right? I would feel like I was doing something wrong by reading it.
I think a lot of people do. And there's nothing. And there's
the kid that I was. Because, yeah, I was still a kid. I was 18, 20.
I will say that there's nothing wrong if you can't read this stuff. No. Because it is rough to get through because of the content.
Yeah, there's horrible stuff that happens.
My answer would be I would never kill off any of my favorite comic book characters unless they have to sacrifice themselves to save the universe. But that's dying, Kenny. So you just did. So if Wolverine had to sacrifice,
unless
okay,
there's that
nice loophole. With Marvel
one.
reprinting Annihilation Conquest, is there a chance, any chance, for War of the Kings Omnis? Yeah, there is absolutely a chance, of course. It got voted in our top 20, and I sent that list over to Marvel.
What's your favorite guilty pleasure in comics? Mine used to be with manga, the really girly, like cooking manga, or hey, let's design fashions manga, and boys over flowers. Oh my gosh, that was good. I don't know if I'd like it nowadays though. I mean, just
once you've read Berserk, you can't go back to Boys Over Flowers.
I liked the main girl. What about you, baby?
I have a lot, and I realize that a lot of people consider this stuff trash, and I don't care. It is my guilty pleasure. Avengers: The Crossing, love it. I don't care. I realize it's a bad story, but I loved it. A lot of the early Image stuff is my guilty pleasure. I love the artwork. Spawn. I know there are people that love Spawn, and don't get me wrong, please. I think it's great. If you love it, that's awesome. I wasn't a fan of the story, like, at all, but I'm a huge fan of Spawn. I love the artwork. Love McFarlane's art, and especially when Greg Capullo took over the book, Angel Medina, great. So I'll keep buying those deluxe editions as long as he keeps pumping them out. Wildcats for that same reason. Rob Liefeld is one. And you know what? No, I'm not going to say these people are my guilty pleasure. There's a lot of us that really enjoy that stuff. I'll stick with The Crossing. Crossing was just bad. The Berserk deluxe editions are evergreen.
That's why I gave a thumbs up.
And if you're not familiar with that term, it means it will be forever in print. And that's wonderful because there was a time that I was worried that
the level go away, the hype will go away.
No, when I got okay, so I got my story with Berserk goes back a long time, but one of the things I was going to mention is that I got an advanced copy of Berserk Volume 1 2 months before the book came out from Dark Horse, because of my relationship with Dark Horse in the past with reviewing Berserk. But I remember the amount of pressure, because at the time I had like 10,000 subscribers, and I was like, I have to make this sell. I didn't care about clicks. I didn't care about views. I said, I remember thinking, I have to make this book sell because it was a greed thing. I wanted it. I wanted to continue this series
and that's
for
our best
myself.
Performing video.
And that turned out to be my best performing video. On top of that, so many people became subscribers and have been watching me since. And we've built bonds through Berserk, through the internet. Like it's been great. And I remember getting an email from Kate's boss. I can't remember her name. She's the one that called me. And she's like, I don't know if it's you, but we just sold out of Berserk before it went to print, like before it went out to comic book stores. And she said, I don't know if it's your video, but after your video went live, we had a lot more pre-orders from the two big online distributors.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was really cool. And then I got to talk to her a little more. And then when Volume 2 came out, she's like, we're going to keep these evergreen. These just sell too well. Sounds awesome. So had a small role to play in that. Think they'll ever make a Legends of the Dark Knight omnibus?
Before I kiss you.
I really hope so, because there's a lot of awesome. Well, a lot of the hardcovers are out of print now. There's some awesome stories from Legends of the Dark Knight. A lot of the early Grant Morrison stuff, Venom, all that stuff was great.
Who do you want to write Spider-Man after Nick Spencer?
Chip Zdarsky.
I should give him another try.
He's your best friend on Twitter.
I mean, in terms of Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, that J. Jonah Jameson was perfection, though. That
made it in your top 10.
Issue. Yeah, that 6th issue. Woo! I just wasn't feeling Peter Parker and his version.
Okay.
I guess because I like the older, which he was, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was all flirty. I like the more responsible Peter. Well, no, back in the day, he was flirty. All the loves of Peter Parker.
Is that a story? That's
No,
a
it was
story,
like
isn't it?
Oh, is it? I just remember in the Roger Stern Omnibus, there was like a page.
The
where
tangled web of love.
It had all the women around him, and it was like a little synopsis of each one.
Omar, with the Immortal Hulk ending in issue 50. By the way, I love your name. Ghost Who Walks. It's the Phantom. 2040.
That was a bad movie, right?
No, it wasn't that bad, honestly. Billy Zane was on top. He was on point. It wasn't a bad movie. Ending with issue 50. What writer and artist would you like to see take over the book?
Peter David Gabriel.
Okay, first of all, that's not a person.
Somebody said he's a never mind.
Okay. I think Peter David would be great to come back and write that character. But Ram V, I really like everything that he has written so far, and I'd love for him to take on the Big Green. I think that would be awesome. He's a great writer, and I think he was doing Swamp Thing right now. Good morning, everyone. Been so long I've been on a live show. Hair looks great. Thank you. I remember your Black Science icon.
Peter David Gabriel was great in Genesis.
I don't think that's his full name.
Colin Bunn. Where is it? Some answers for the question. Garth Ennis.
Ooh,
Ed
that's
McGuinness.
a good answer. Ed McGuinness is a great artist for Hulk, but I would like somebody else to tackle him.
Who's BWS?
Barry Windsor-Smith.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, I'm still waiting on my copy of Monsters. I feel like everybody's already reviewed it and read it, and I'm like, oh, this is what I get for pre-ordering from Barnes & Noble. Should have gone with Cheap Graphic Novels.
Novels.com.
CheapGraphicNovels.com. You're online.
Hey,
home?
what'd you think of my version yesterday?
It was cute.
I'm gonna give Max. I'm gonna tweak that tagline. Let's see if he would like to use that. Would I say something about consider them as an option to fuel your geeky needs?
What if he texts me?
I need to tweak it a little bit. That sounds a little awkward.
Lose my number. Don't ever get that woman off that ad.
Remember when I was playing around with your texting and I accidentally texted Max something and you were like, no, he's my sponsor. It's fine.
It's fine. Please give a brief review of Nick Spencer's Spider-Man, please. Since you asked twice, of course. This is really, really brief. It's wordy, so be prepared to read a lot. And it's quirky at times. It's fun at times. It's really padded, though, as in a 5-story arc really could have been told in one issue. He is playing the long game, which I appreciate, with a character that plays a role. He's the one behind pulling all the strings. And I really dug that. And there's some great artwork in there by Ryan Ottley for the most part. And then eventually Patrick Gleason takes over the book. So I'm not sure if he's done. I don't know how much longer he'll go. Thank you, Mark Zimmer. It's good to see you here, buddy.
Thoughts on the rest of Chip Zdarsky writing Hulk?
I'll be okay with that. I'd read anything by Chip. Since he's my wife's best friend.
Well, since I got his number, I'll text him and tell him you said that.
All right.
Thank you, Philip.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Nearman Condition. Thanks for everything and take time when and if you need to. Rest in peace, Kentaro Miura. And the tough question.
Okay, let's see. What's Rose, Puck, or Avengers?
What's worse?
What's worse? Oh, Puck or Avengers: The Crossing. Hashtag post-con.
Drinks. Yes. I need a drink with Philip. He's my con buddy one day. What's worse? But I mean, Avengers: The Crossing. This is pretty bad, but I don't care.
But to you, Puck is worse.
No, I want to strangle the life out of him. I don't know how Guts put up with Puck for so long. I would have killed him as soon as he appeared.
Maybe.
But I get it. It balances him out. It's funny. Look, demons are killing and ripping heads off, but here's Puck blowing a bubble.
Well, dude, maybe it was for himself, right?
Yeah.
Kentaro, maybe it was just
I think so.
Whew, that would be very intense all the time, right?
Omar, have you watched the new CW Superman show? Is it any good? Love it. Amanda and I reviewed the first 4-5 episodes. Great show. It was on HBO Now without commercials. So I can't read this out loud,
People
but
in the chat keep
shh, it's gonna be formally announced when you see a suit. That will be the announcement, as well as other surprises. So, you're not allowed to talk.
That's why I mumbled.
You guys rock. Thank you so much, Joe Blair, for the super chat. Will Excalibur Volume 1 come back? I'm gonna push for that, especially when Volume 2 comes out later this year. I'm gonna push for that big time.
Puck, the bike messenger for season 3 of the Real World, he's back in comic form.
That actually made me laugh, man. Thank you. I hated that. I hated that guy. That season was great, though.
Hey, Tyler, we have been talking about Berserk. We'll keep coming back to it, and we're going to make a video.
Yeah, we're making a separate video later today. So, it's been rough. It hit me. It hit me harder than I thought it was going to hit me, and it felt like losing a friend.
Okay, here we go. Promise one. Thank you so much. Love the Berserk franchise. Questions. Looking for Dawn of X Volume 8. Will they come back in stock? Involve Mutants Omni? Love that Marvel's review will be picking that up. Oh, good. Marvel. I kept wanting to say Marvels, right?
Yeah. And to clarify,
so you got to look up Marvel by Alex Ross is what it's what branded as, but there's a ton more content that's by other people. He wanted it to be a big collaboration.
It's beautiful. So to answer your question, Dawn of X, I'm going to let them know that one is really difficult to find for people that want to complete that set. I just talked to David on the phone yesterday, too. I should have. And Fall of the Mutants, Omni? Maybe. Anything's possible. It was number 1 on our list. We'll make that happen.
Mad Boy, I don't see your super chat, but we're going.
Can you type it again, Mad Boy? Here, let's go to this one because we didn't do that one yet. Here, I'll take care.
Okay.
Type.
Suave Reads was down there.
Yeah, I see that one. I'm going back, Mad Boy, to see.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
All right, buddy. I think B should. I was in the picture of his death. You were such a morbid kid. I love it. You remind me a lot of myself. Did I ever tell you guys the story of my daughter drawing how she thought Batman should end?
Oh,
the Batman Dark Knight Rises. We were watching it, and we got halfway through it. I was at work, and my wife calls me, and then we were going to finish watching it the next day. This is me and my oldest daughter, Lydia, who was 5, 6 at the time. Dark Knight Rises is the one with Bane. So my wife calls me while I was at work. She's like, "You need to talk to your daughter." And I was like, "Why?" And she said, "You did." Who has a better memory? But you said it like you laughed. You snickered and went, "Just wait until you get home." Okay. And I said, "Okay." I came home, and what happened was her teacher said that Lydia did a drawing and you all need to talk to her. So her drawing was of Batman with 2 guns just shooting Bane, and there's blood everywhere, and Bane has a bunch of holes in him. So I said, so I talked to her. I said, "Lydia, 2 things. Number 1, this is a great picture. It's beautiful. Love the colors. Love the contrast. Number 2, Batman
would
never kill and never use a gun." And then that Batman versus Superman came out, and Ben Affleck was blowing away bad guys, and I was like, really? I just gave my daughter a speech about how Batman doesn't use his guns or kill people. Come on, Affleck. Anyway, that's my story. I love Berserk franchise question. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Promise.
Yeah.
There was another one. We got Mad Boy.
Have you watched Bad Batch yet?
Yes, I saw the first 2 episodes. Solid. Love the animation style, too, that they went with it.
Thank you, Suave Reads.
Thank you so much for the super chat, buddy.
It's a cute picture.
Do you think the publisher of Berserk will want the young, healthy new lead to further develop his story or wrap it up ASAP like Miura wanted due to his health? And what do you hope they do? I'll be honest with you. This is a question that's really difficult for me to answer. Because I don't know. I don't want the story to ever end.
Yeah, we were talking about how, and it's funny, we both actually thought the same thing. That well, to not give spoilers, right? The end of volume 40, the last one that was published, it does bring an arc to a close in a certain way. It's also not happy, and it's not a happy story overall, right? Berserk. And so I always wondered at the end, would it be a happy ending or not? I would say more so not. And it kind of like, at least they did something they were setting out to do. Right. Yeah. And so if I had to, if I was control the universe and had to pick where a spot for its end. Yeah. Because like you said, now it's never ending. It feels like it's going on because we don't have an ending. And then of course the selfish point of like, well, you can't be disappointed, huh? Right.
That's why it's the perfect manga.
Which is very, can't think of the word, not snarky, but you know what I mean.
So
that's a lot of pressure on somebody, right? Like for decades doing this thing, and what if I disappoint people with the ending? And dang, yeah, but I really wish he hadn't have done that to himself, because I didn't know that his schedule is like that. That is not worth it for anybody to ruin their health because of that.
We can talk about that.
Okay.
But I have heard that one of his assistants is going to wrap it up with Miura's notes. I don't know what my thoughts on that are yet. I think I'm still.
But that's a good question.
It's a wonderful question, and I think a lot of people have been asking the same thing, and rightly so. Will the story ever wrap up?
Roberto, aren't you always putting bookshelves together?
My man has like 85 bookshelves. 85 bookshelves.
Thank you, Melissa.
Don't worry, man. We'll get through this. Thank you so much, Melissa. Feels like I lost a friend, although I never had the pleasure to meet him. Treasure your elders and your artists. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's this...
That's why we're treasuring Arthur and Mad Boy and Matthew Mangy and anybody that sends in the fan art. Micah.
Also hit me like an unexpected sack of bricks. Yeah.
Dark Warden.
Everyone's chatting about blank, but I'm over here wondering what the heck I could get.
Why'd you say blank?
Because I can't say the name of the book. We've already talked about this. I have to make an announcement. By the way, there is a book coming out. I'm going to make an announcement. And along with that announcement, with that book, is a short list nonetheless, of things that will be restocked. So stay tuned. Love you guys.
Somebody said something about Mira's assistant. Unless you want to change the subject.
I've decided no more Omnis for me for a while. Other priorities, but not giving up the hobby. I will still be enjoying your Q&A.
Oh,
thank you, buddy. Thank you. Much love, man. And you're smart enough to take a break, and that there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's great. Let me get to this other chat.
Somebody asked if you did Lydia's picture give your Batman detective rating. Did it raise the number or not?
No, it did not. He wasn't doing any detective work. He was plugging holes on.
I'm sorry. It was just something about that. Something about being 6 out of 10.
Thanks, Sugar Man, buddy.
Real hair showing.
With that wig and your name, Astonishing Melanie, you are one wardrobe away from a new career as a striper.
Yeah, striper.
What are you striping? Like floors?
Candy striper, like the nurses? I can't get this out of my face.
Naked.
Naked. Dude, no, it's naked.
How did you go from hashtag Punisher by Rucka to
hashtag naked
feet? Thanks, buddy. Love you, bud. Love you.
That's why it's fun just to have not inside jokes, as in other people can't be in on it, but just jokes.
I think there's a lot of truth behind this statement too. Stanley was old and it was expected. It's more tragic with Kentaro Miura and Darwin. I remember Darwin Cook hitting me hard too. Mike Wieringo, I remember when he passed away. There's this thing that I can't that I've heard a lot all my life. Like when you're mourning the loss of someone you never met, when it's an artist. I was trying to explain that to my daughter.
Terry Pratchett.
Or Madeline
Lingle.
Yeah. Brian Jacks for me, who wrote the Redwall series. But it's like I was trying to explain to her Why We Mourn, or Robin Williams. That one hit me hard.
And we saw him.
Yeah, we saw him live, performing live at a comedy thing. But anyway, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with mourning the loss of someone you've never met, because it's not just them you're gonna miss. You're gonna miss the voices that they made, their work.
Just their heart comes through in their work. Yeah,
absolutely. And I was telling her, like when musicians die, nobody's ever gonna sound like that again. Nobody's ever gonna make music like that the same way. There's gonna be other artists. There's gonna be other writers. There's gonna be other musicians or actors, comedians. But everybody has a unique voice, and that's what I'm gonna miss.
Hip hop really wants you to say "Stay Minty" in the Bane voice.
Thanks, hip hop.
Can you do that? What's your lowest voice? I don't think I've ever heard it.
I don't know.
You don't feel like doing it right now. Oh, here's what Lionheart said. Omar with Lydia's drawing of Batman. Does his detective rating move up from a 6 for you?
No, he wasn't doing any detective work. He was shooting Bane.
Oh, goodness. Thanks, guys, for all you do. The fantastic melanomar. Sounds like a type of cancer. Never mind. Melanin. Is that in your skin?
Melanoma? Why is she at the beginning?
Omar.
Oh, like
Omni's the best. Yeah.
Who would win in a fight, Venom or Bane? Well, they're both played by Tom Hardy, so Tom Hardy wins. His bank account wins. That's who wins in that fight. Glad there's so much respect and love within the community. Comics, manga, it doesn't matter. We all love the stories and art. Absolutely. David Bowie was another one that hit me. Well, can we get that blank reprint of Ben Riley? Dude, how do we live in a world where Ben Riley sold out, guys?
Wait, you just said...
Oh, never mind. You love it. That's all that matters.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Just like people love House of Man.
I love The Crossing. Who am I to judge? Apologies, Quack. Let's see if we can make that happen. I want to buy you a beer or two. Come on over, man. BYOB.
Can I have one too, please?
Okay. You need to quit plugging yourself into my invitations to beers and my invitations to conventions.
I didn't like beer until I was pregnant with my second child. I did not drink while I was pregnant.
Oh, hey guys, great question. John Carlos, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Is the Captain Britain Omni out that's coming out in October the Alan Moore one, or is it a different one? Thanks for all the hard work. It is the Alan Moore run, and it is also expanded. Like it's holy moly, it's got like 400 and something more pages than the original one. So it's going past the Alan Moore stuff. It's got stuff from a lot of the miniseries, a lot of the stuff that only came out in the UK. So if you need that one, absolutely don't miss out on it. Thank you for the super chat, Frazier. Great guy. Thank you. Love you. Love you too, man.
So instead of you helping us move, that could be towards the movers, right?
No, Frazier's going to come up here and help me move. We've already made that deal. Even though he's like, Omar, I don't really collect. Like a year from now, he's like, I don't collect Omni, man. I don't even watch your show anymore. But I'm a man of my word. I'll come help you move.
We talk about this moving, and it's still going to be like a year.
I've got all the Peter David Hulk epics. Should I get the Omnis instead? Here's the thing. I like Omnis for this, for completist sake, and also because I love oversized artwork. So I'm a big fan of the people that worked on Hulk. I mean, you've got Gary Frank, Del Keown, some artwork by Angel Medina, Liam Sharp, Mike Deodato Jr., Adam Kubert. Oh man, you've got some great artists. Jander Sema. Yeah, if you love big artwork, go for it. Look, Frazier said he's coming.
All right.
All right. I'll hold you to that, buddy.
And then there's a knock at the door. We're like, what the heck? Watching you have to dance around all these upcoming reprints is killing me.
Talking to David yesterday. Oh man, there's so many things in store. In 2022, I think it's gonna make a lot of people happy, like just different types of books, different collections for people. So I think a lot of people are gonna be happy with a lot of the books. Because I know when I make an announcement about an X-Men book, there's people that are like, there's more books than X-Men, right, Marvel? Then when I make like a Spider-Man book, it's like some people are like, what about Captain America? And then, like, when I make a Fantastic Four, they're like, have they forgotten about the Avengers? So I love this. Like, whenever I make an announcement, there's always, like, a group of people that are like, what? And then I feel bad for the 10 guys that are like, what about Alpha Flight?
What about Alf?
What about Alpha? Nobody says that.
Okay.
All right, Melanie wants to show some artwork.
Arthur's got to go.
Oh, Arthur's got to go.
So.
All right, let's show some Arthur artwork.
Here are 6 Arthur artwork pieces this week. Oh, wait, that's Micah.
I was like,
okay, look at that, Batman. You did great with that simplistic lines.
Very animated series. I like that one.
Yes.
Oh, there's my boy
Nightwing. Happy. He's happy. And then there's
that kind of reminds me of Rafael Grampa, his art style.
And they look at that shading, the shadows. Now look at this
Joker. That's a nice animated Joker, brother.
Good job. Thank you. This one's from Micah.
Spring of Spider-Man. That's a
yes.
Looks like
wait, let me get rid of the comment. So okay. Yes, this is to celebrate # Spring of Spider-Man. And what is this reminiscent of?
John Romita Jr.
Good job. That's what he said.
Yeah. Tell by the lips and the hips.
Ace said this last week. Psychedelic of me. She said, "Hush."
Okay.
She said it was hard to because I kept moving. But I
can you stop moving, please? Isn't that what you tell the girls when we're watching TV?
Hey, remember we had that? Oh my gosh, we were watching Gurren Lagann last night, and I was like, "Please sit down."
What's this from? Who's this?
This is Dark Warden.
Oh wow,
nice. Thank you guys for sending in the artwork.
Very nice. I like that. I like Doc Ock's arms. Poor Spidey. He ain't got a chance. Yet somehow he always survives. Thank you.
Remember in the live chat a few weeks ago that people were like taking screenshots of like elbows and eyebrows. Ace was it
Ask Me
Ace
Anything?
was commenting. It was after hours.
Okay. And if you want to send in your artwork, you can either send it by mail to our P.O. box, which is always in the description of every single one of our videos, or our email, nearmintcon@gmail.com. And that is our physical box right there. P.O. Box 1678 Versailles, Kentucky.
There, just say Versailles.
Kentucky.
We got one package today, so let's go ahead.
We got a couple. Actually, we got a couple of things.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I picked up one package today.
So my package from from my buddy Kyle came in with a whole lot of games. Like he even got me this is crazy. He got me this English patch Sega Saturn. This is Symphony of the Night on the Sega Saturn, which is different than the Symphony of the Night on the PS1. It's a bunch of games. He knows how much I love this stuff, man. I have a Dreamcast. Thanks. He got me a copy of Star Wars Rise of the Rebellion, which is a cut of Rogue One. This is awesome. This is a Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the animated, the guy that did Dexter's Laboratory and Samurai Jack. Tarkovsky. And then some more Dreamcast games. Such a good guy. And then a stack of books that I'll be showing off on my haul for the month of what month is this? May? Yeah, May. And Melanie got a copy of Xenogears.
Or it might have been for you, but it's in Japanese. The voices are in Japanese. We gotta figure out a way to play it. Oh my gosh. And it's not a cracked version like mine. Oh, thank you, Kyle.
We got some super chats here. A friend dumped me since I didn't fit in his life. He gave me a box of comics. It was volumes 1 through 24 of Berserk. You ended up with a better deal, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. And I'm sorry about that you didn't fit.
So this person must have given you the comics before this person dumped you.
Mm-hmm. My opinion is the next Spider-Man movie they should be Ben Reilly or Spider-Man 2099. I think a lot of people agree with you. We'll go back because these are disappearing. Morning Mint Freshness. Thank you, Breakfast of Champions. Are there any good Kickstarter books that you are backing? What are some of your favorites? Thanks for honoring great artists. I think I've got 2 so far. It's a couple of manga, and I'll back anything by Max Smith. He's the guy that did Scurry. It's awesome. Ben is doing the next Bjorn, the little Viking. He's doing a volume 2 of that. I think that's still available. What's a couple of others like there's Kickstarter for Vampirella Omnibus hardcover. Absolutely, those are great.
I bought a book from Elsa Chartier. Oh, I would like to interview her next month. And well, so does it count as a Kickstarter? Because it was already accomplished. I bought the book, but I'm really excited for it to come in to read it because she is very, she does a great job teaching about the mechanics and editing of comics. Check out her channel.
What's her channel's name?
Type in Elsa, CH, and it should pop up. That's the name of the channel. CH, I remember AR.
Hey guys, if Deadpool was to get another solo running title, what artist and writer would you like to see on it? I love Brian Posehn and Jerry Duggan. I would like to see the return of Fabian Nicieza. And as far as artist, I would like to see Sean Murphy. I know it would never happen, but I love Sean Murphy's art style, and I think it would go good with a quirky story that Fabian could write. That's I think that's what I would go. That's the route I would go. What about Death's Head, Omni? One day, if you throw in Death's Head 2, I love Death's Head 2. Omar, is the blank you keep bringing that book up. Is the blank Omnibus worth getting? I know it's a story that got you out of comics. I'm not sure about it. I value your opinion more than anyone. Wow. Thank you. It puts a lot of pressure on me. So why do you hate that story? I think it symbolizes why I was done with comics. It just didn't feel like being home to me. Didn't feel like my characters I grew up with. And a lot of it has to do that I was also, it was a change in my life. I was going from high school into college. I was leaving, my home. So I think I was done with comics. And it could have been anything. It probably could have been another story that would have done it. But that was the one that symbolized it. There's a cover where a certain character leaves the team. And I think it was a good stopping point for me. Going back to reread it, though, it's not as bad as I remember. There's still aspects of it. There's a really good Fantastic Four moments and some really good Avengers moments. And yes, a couple X-Men moments that are shine in there.
This is a good question. Manuel's asking, I'm still learning about a comic book world. What is a Kickstarter? So that is people want to create something. They don't have the funds to. So you say, I will pledge this much money. And once it's created, they use that money to create it. And then you get your own copy or talk about comic books, right?
Yeah. First time joining you live. I love your daily videos. Your passion for comics is inspiring to me. Thank you so much, Russell, and happy to have you here live. Hey, Omar and Melanie. Good morning.
Hi,
you guys. What's up, Omni Nation? Who just started his channel about a month or two ago. Great guy. And we have a super chat, and I'm going back from Doc Holiday. Thank you so much for the super chat. Have you thought about starting a new segment on your channel explaining the industry in comic books collecting, such as CGC, future keys, or top 10 keys, Miles Morales' first appearance, price, valuation, eBay? If not, why? I think there is my opinion on this is I think there's a lot of channels out there that do a lot of speculating when it comes to CGC or the value of a book. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to get into comics for value, it's the same thing as getting into baseball cards, and then
Pokemon cards
or whatever you're into. It's a great hobby. I enjoy reading. The value of a book is what's inside for me. So I'm not saying that CGC is a monster and it's horrible, because I get it.
You're just saying it's not for you.
It's just not for me. And there's a ton of channels that are out there that can that are already doing CGC and speculating. And while I find that interesting and funny and like how it all works, because as soon as like they hear rumors of a certain movie or a certain actor playing a certain role, everybody that, and I know this because I have several friends that are heavy into CGC, starts like speculating what books are going to go up. And I don't know if I want to jump into that game, because that feels to me like a hype game and it's anybody's guess. So you don't really know what exactly is going to go up for sure. I feel guilty enough as recommending a book that somebody's going to be like, oh, this is bad. This was not good. I can't imagine recommending buying something and then, having somebody spend $200-300 on a book and then it doesn't go anywhere and they end up losing money.
I see the what draws people to it, though, right? It's kind of like a
it's fun
adrenaline rush,
Absolutely,
like that you're, I guess, a sort of gambling, right? That you're like, hey, let me see if I can get this, for a good price or whatever.
I think it's what's his name did a good. He cracked open a CGC to read the book. It was what's his name? Ed Piscord or Piscord. Piscord. I don't remember how to say his name. He's the guy that does the channel Comic Babe. It's the guy.
Oh, Comic K-Fab.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not saying that I'm not telling anybody to sell their CGCs or don't get any CGCs. That's you do whatever you want to with your money. It's not for me.
Stock market for comics. This is a package that we got today that says anonymous, enjoy a friend.
Oh, okay.
Omar Megs, Melanie Spidey.
Okay. I like that they're anonymous. Very nice.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Oh, look how cute. Here,
I think how
baby,
they made
show.
pop figures of Megatron. It's one of my favorite Transformers.
I used to get you
Megs.
pop fingers.
You did used to get me pop figures. Thank you so much. Very awesome.
Oh, there. Oh my goodness, there it is. Whew, I was looking for
Melanie throws away all the fan mail, and thank you, Josh.
What is it? Okay. It says, with great power comes great responsibility, protector of New York. Wow, this is cool.
It's like a commemorative coin. That's awesome.
Where did this come from?
New York City, I assume.
Thank you. We're going to put these on. Will Megatron fit on a bookshelf?
Yeah. Megatron will fit on the bookshelf.
Maybe I'll put it on the bookshelf and then I'll take it to work.
I'll take it to work.
Why? Because I'll look at it there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Or speaking of that character that shall not be named, Hickman's X-Men Way of X is bringing blank back. Way of X 2, right? Didn't it bring him back? Omar's passion for comics is leaving me broke. I'm sorry. I mean, I guess I could talk about books
ironic.
I don't like. I can talk about books I don't like, I guess.
No, just if you don't like a book, you just say what it is you don't like about it.
Just finished collecting all Crisis events. Thank you for the super chat, Cisco H. Flashpoint and every single JL volume from New 52 all the way to the end of Death Metal for my newborn. Which team series do you recommend next to start collecting? I love the JSA. If you're a fan of DC, JSA is so good. With the David Goyer, James Robinson run, and then Jeff Johns takes over. And oh my gosh, it's some amazing moments in there. I love it. It's so good.
Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
Look at this. Irish Knight says, have you watched the 90s Berserk? Love the soundtrack so much. Listened to it on repeat 2 nights ago while drinking Sapporo and sake morning Kintaro. Oh my gosh, I want sake. If we did a live chat tonight, we could drink sake. Wait, what's your favorite, baby? You'll listen to on repeat and kind of make fun of it.
Guts theme is the most beautiful theme in the world, and I can't. You're a monster.
I'm a monster.
You're a monster.
I love They Might Be Giants. How can you be a monster if you love They Might Be Giants?
Exactly. You just answered your own question. Anyway,
Manhunt Steamroller. Come on now.
Guts theme is the perfect, most beautiful, heartbreaking theme in the world. There's
but I didn't watch it in the 90s like you did.
There's a 3-hour loop. I challenge anybody to listen to Forces and not want to get up and go get in a fight. Like, that is one of the most adrenaline rushing themes in Berserk. The intro to Berserk is awesome. Like, we listen to it all the time.
Oh my gosh, can I sing that in the video?
No, you're not allowed to sing.
Yes.
You're not allowed to sing anymore.
Put your glasses on.
Right. We're gonna get demonetized.
Oh, it makes me happy. It's so bad.
It means a lot more now, though. Like,
tell me why.
Please
tell me what you say.
Stop singing, please, for the love of God.
Hey, you guys show Project Vikings later?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to show that here in a minute.
Oh, and there was a letter in that anonymous box, just to let the person know. I did throw that away. I got it. We'll read it later.
Hi, guys. I don't know if it's already asked, but do you think Berserk will stay unfinished, or does the Miura's assistant will take place to the end? Love you guys. Much love back to you. I think I wasn't ready to talk about this a couple days ago. It really hit me. Like, the last thing I wanted to talk about was, will the story ever finish, and is somebody going to take the mantle and finish the story of Guts? Because to me, Miura is Guts. To me, that's a person. Like, I don't want anybody else to pick up that sword. It's too heavy to be called a sword, though. So I don't know. I think it will happen. I mean, obviously it's a big seller in America, worldwide. So publisher is going to do whatever the publisher wants, and of course they're going to finish out the story. It's just going to feel different.
Was the quote, it was too unwieldy to be called a sword?
The original one? Yeah, I think so.
All right. This is how much we love Berserk. I cross-stitched this for Valentine's Day. It's the only pattern I've ever made on my own. But this is above our TV in our living room. It was a Valentine's Day present. I'm pretty proud of it.
I love that thing. Omar, do you know about the Liam Sharp Encore Gold Kickstarter? Book 1 of 3 art books. Other 2 books are to come later. Yeah, I want to have him on the show, honestly. I love Liam Sharp's artwork. And we both have a fond love of Jack Katz' First Kingdom. And I want to have him on the show. That's how I lure him. Let's talk about Jack Katz. And then talk about you. But yeah, I'd love to have him on.
That's what you got to do to Peter David, right?
Let's talk about...
You got to warm him up. Mm-hmm. You got to warm him up.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to warm up Peter David. Otherwise, he's angry until he realizes, wait a minute, this guy has read my stuff. He's not just a news, whatever he thought it was, comic journalist. Reporter? A comic journalist, not just a comic journalist. He actually has read my work. That's how you warm up to him. Dude, Transformers the animated soundtrack is more than dope. It is perfection.
My daughter loves it. She loves Hunger is her favorite. I'm like, really? That's one of my least favorites. Mine is Dare, and then The Touch.
Yeah, it was great. That's coming out in 4K. I can't wait. Transformers in 4K. Sometime this summer. Hey guys, just got off work. What I miss? You missed all the announcements, Robbie Rob. All the announcements. All the Captain America.
Whole world.
All the Captain America. I'm just kidding. You haven't missed much, man. Berserk better get a faithful anime series adaptation to honor Kentaro's legacy, or fans will be mad. I don't know.
I like the 2016 movies.
The movies I thought did a pretty good.
Not the computer anime.
We don't talk about that on this house. Amazon Canada has a big sale on Berserk. Should I pick it up? You sure should.
Josh is mad that I don't like Guts theme. I'm a monster.
I told you you're a monster. This is how people get canceled, Melanie. You don't talk about
don't like
Guts theme is perfection. What is wrong with you? For me, Berserk should finish only if someone finishes who knows how should have been. Well, he left notes. So, I mean, they do know how to end it, and they're going to honor his wishes.
What's his name? Did a good job with Wheel of Time, right? That's what I heard.
Brandon Sanderson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Well, I mean, he was there
to
on his dying bed, like to write notes down. And he had the blessing of the family. What do you think of the whole controversy between comic and manga writers?
What is it?
Are you talking about
that sounds big?
How the publishers push these people? I mean, it's always been a thing, right? Like, publishers always push the creators to do things. Akira Toriyama has stated several times that to him, the story of Dragon Ball Z ended with the Frieza saga. Doesn't get better, or to him, it didn't get more powerful than Frieza. How can you make a more powerful guy that can blow up a planet with one finger? And the publishers were like, no, let's bring it back. The editors were like, let's bring it back to like the Budokai. Let's bring back the tournaments. And that's how they kind of not suckered, but they got him to come back and do more. Or the Tai Kubo, the guy that did Bleach, they killed his soul because they kept him writing Bleach. You look at Bleach the way it started and look at Bleach the way it ended. He had no passion for that anymore. There were no backgrounds. The story was the same repetitive garbage. But the publisher knew that it was a top seller, so they kept writing and pushing him to write. I'm sorry, I don't even know if that's the controversy you're speaking of, but I feel strongly about that stuff. About when a writer says it's over, it's over. And now Akira Toriyama is Akira Toriyama, and he's like, I don't have to do any of this. I ain't no Dragon Ball GT or Dragon Ball Super. Sure, you know what? You want to make a Dragon Ball Super manga? You have my blessings. Give me my check. What's up, Graham? How you doing?
Let's see. There was a good question about interviewing Peter David Gabriel. But I'm going to go ahead and answer that he has to be really careful about what he says due to like not copyright. What's it called?
I think it couldn't be a live interview because people have to approve what he says.
That's what I'm saying.
And
yeah,
he doesn't
to
like
not
that.
get in trouble.
Yeah,
and yeah, that would be really difficult.
Yeah, so it couldn't be a live interview, but I can ask him about that. He's not camera shy.
What if like just his favorite stories, right? Like only talk about personal stuff. Just an idea.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'll ask him, and then if that happens, I'll get a bunch of you all to write in whatever questions you have for him. I'll do an interview, and then
and then kind of field the questions to see if
and I'll send him ahead of time, and then he can.
Oh.
It wouldn't be as.
Of course, it's all up to him, right?
Yeah, it's all up to him.
We're all
watching
David
watching.
What you think? The guest thing is fantastic. Fight me, Mel.
Why are you picking fights with our viewers, man?
No. Mighty Silverback said they would fight me. Okay, my magical song is Mike Oldfield's, or actually the whole album of Islands. What was that, the 80s or early 90s? So I get it. I get that the sound is magical to people. I completely get it. It's not for me. Mike Oldfield's Islands is for me. I would daydream. It's a 20-minute song, and I would daydream about all my favorite characters and cartoons.
The next X-Men reading order should be next week or the following week, and that will wrap up my X-Men reading order. And I'll need something short to do because that really took a lot. Peter David Hulk or Chris Claremont's X-Men. Chris Claremont's X-Men. All day, every day, all the time. The manga section has now taken over almost half of the New American periodical section since lockdown in Forbidden Planet in London. If I'd known about Transformers, I'd have gotten you that 4K Steelbook instead of Howard the Duck. Has that come in yet? That hasn't come in yet, Hayden.
Oh, thanks, Hayden.
Hayden's a good person. Good person. Mr. Omar, I only have one issue of Indestructible Hulk and nothing else Hulk, and I really want to read some.
Are you asking
me to send you something?
We both about the same thing.
All right.
Or are you asking for a suggestion on what to read next? How about that?
Where are you located, Mad Boy?
Where are you located?
No, wait, he's underage. Just never mind. Email me.
I just like how you
look, man. Email me nearmancon@gmail.com and we'll talk. Okay, I'll see if I can make you a little care package.
Wait. Remember other people? They're like, kids. Hey, I'm 15. Hey, I'm 10. Send me something. You're gonna say it. Somebody's gonna
pretend to create another account. Going, I've never read an omnibus of Uncanny X-Men 1 through 4, sir. Where do you suggest I get them? I have $10 to my name and my parents left me an orphan.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, kids, man, y'all know how to get me. David Gabriel has been with Marvel a long time. You can spend the entire interview just talking about his history with the company, stuff he likes to read, how he started in the biz. Absolutely, yeah, I think it'd be great. We've been talking for over 2 years, so we've always joked about asking him. No, you're not, Frazier. See, I knew this was going to stop happening.
Mad Boy said mainly suggestions.
Okay. Please stop with the reprint of what, Jose?
He's got a great Hip Hop Happens. He has a great Bayonetta statue. Can I get it?
No, do not touch her. Okay. I love you. Okay, Mad Boy. So here's some suggestions. Okay, I love Peter David's Hulk. I love Immortal Hulk. I love Greg Pak's Hulk. Planet Hulk is great. Actually, get some Planet Hulk, man. Put some Planet Hulk in your life. Omar, I'm 4. Give me books. See, I knew this was going to open up a floodgate.
Yeah, because I said it.
Mm-hmm. No word yet. I do not want to be needy, and you're already making me the Avengers. Oh, don't worry about it, man. I can send you something.
You're so sweet. Thank you, Patrick, for the super sticker. I'm going to pretend that it is Megatron.
Mm-hmm. I'm 40 and have a ROM-shaped hole in my in your Hulk.
There's a ROM-shaped.
So I think we have a super sticker here from Patrick. Can't tell what it is still, unless Patrick, you
Megatron.
Have a. Oh no, you have a question. Okay, I am an avid comiXology user. Why do you think neither Marvel nor DC offers digital versions of their omnibus editions? And this is just me thinking out loud. Maybe they don't want to offer the entire library on digital so people can still buy physical books. That's just me. I really don't know the correct answer to that, because I think if I was running a business and I wanted people to buy physical, I would put small runs on digital and then make sure people to come back to buy the physical copy of it.
Omar?
Yeah, baby.
If there was ever a Guts/Berserk crossover with Marvel, who would you like to see Guts team up with or fight with? X-Men, Spidey, Wolverine, Conan, etc.?
Oh my gosh, you put Guts in with Conan and Wolverine?
Both at once.
I'd buy a freaking 24-issue event with tie-ins. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. That's a lot of man in one pit.
That's the tagline. That's the subtitle.
Too much. That's too much, man.
That's a lot of man in one pit.
Hey, good afternoon. Don't forget to like everybody.
Hi,
Thank you so much, Curio.
Look at that kitty. He's so cute.
Did Jose ever answer what he doesn't want reprinted?
I didn't see. Guts and Gru.
I'll put Puck in with Gru. I'm okay with that team up.
Swell Reeds is asking, what do you think of manga outselling American comics? The video started coming up again after the April top 20 graphic novels was nothing but manga.
I think it's easier for people to get into manga because it's one person's vision instead of having the history, being bogged down by history. A lot of people have this fear of like reading Hulk or reading Spider-Man or reading Superman when they look at a bookshelf or they see videos, and it kind of gets confusing, you know? They're like, how can this character still exist since the 1930s or 1940s or 60s? Is this the same character that my grandfather was reading about? Whereas manga, they see something that's only 10 volumes, and they're like, this is all I need. And that's the thing, though. Like, worldwide, manga has always outsold comics, Western comics, I'm sorry. And now a lot of Western comics are making it over to Japan and China and Thailand. So I think it's really cool that over there now they're experiencing these, what we like to call the traditional Western style superheroes. I mean, we already have a lot of reprints coming. We don't have money for all of them. So Marvel, please stop with the reprint. Well, okay, let me comment on this really quick. So, Jose, I understand where you're coming from because you're not the only one that has said this. A couple of people have said, can you tell Marvel to slow down with the reprints? I can't tell any publisher what to do. If books are selling, they're going to keep making them. Despite of...
I got the impression he's just talking to Marvel in general. He's just saying in general.
Oh, yeah. Well,
or maybe being silly, like...
Well, I don't know. Hold on. Let me finish my thought, baby. No, it's okay. I think they've gone to the point where they realize that not everybody is buying everything. Yes, there's still people out there that are going to be buying every omnibus that comes out. But now people are focused on what they like. There are only people that are buying Spider-Man. And even with Spider-Man, they're not buying all Spider-Man. They're not buying Untold Tales of Spider-Man or Tangled Web. They're just sticking to Amazing Spider-Man or Avengers for that matter. They're like, well, I don't want to buy Thor or Captain America, so I guess I'll just get Avengers. And even X-Men. There are people that are only getting Excalibur that don't read New Mutants or X-Men. So as a publisher, if you come to that realization, then it kind of comes to the point of like, this is just like monthly comics. We can release a Wolverine omnibus the same day as a Captain America omnibus. The people that buy Captain America are going to buy Captain America. The people that buy Wolverine are going to buy Wolverine. And the people that buy both are going to buy both. So it's a win-win situation for the publisher. And again, I don't know the numbers. I don't know specifics. But I think if I was running a business, I wouldn't slow down if things are selling. I mean, there will come a point where things don't sell as much. And we kind of already see a little bit, or maybe they're printing more, but all new Wolverine, for example, is in stock. So this is, you're not, yeah, exactly. You're not really obligated to buy everything, of course. And they understand that. And I hope I was able to get my point across without sounding like a preaching jerk. It's just something that I've come to learn. And it's all publishers. I can't tell Viz to slow down with your 85 manga you release every month. I'm going to go broke. Because they also realize people are only going to buy certain titles.
Here's was this the person that was asking about the controversy? Yeah, it was about comic writers pointing a politically correct finger at the manga cause.
I didn't hear about that. Can somebody explain? What is that? What's happened?
Thanks, William. I dyed my hair.
What's up, buddy? How you doing, William? Your picture's so epic, man. You look like you're about to drop a rap album. And a good one that
Jason said, please don't be a jerk.
Not that you are.
Let's see. How old is David Gabriel? We don't know.
Sent him a DM asking about possible reprints.
Oh, you're talking about it. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know how old he is. And if I did, I don't know if he'd want me to say. Hi, kids. What's up, Kyle?
Hi, Kyle. Who would win a fight? Melanie's wig or Omar's big announcement suit and tie outfit?
But
his tie and suit outfit.
It depends. What am I announcing? If I'm announcing New Warriors Omnibus Volume 3, I think Melanie's wig would win. Or Nth Man Omnibus. That's the one. Me and 20 guys are like, yeah! Most people are like, what the heck is Nth Man?
Oh, okay. So Derek and Lex are explaining. Jerry Conway said that manga is sexist. It's a very simplified version of what's going on, I suppose.
Is that taken out of context, though? Was there an interview that people just, that's the thing that happens when you're being interviewed, and you have to be careful. Things that you say can be taken out of context and used against you. So I haven't read it, so I really don't have an opinion on it, and I would like to know more before I can make an opinion. There was a controversy about drawing sexy characters in American comics and creators being chastised, yet manga artists have been doing it and getting away for it. Oh, okay, maybe that's the case. Okay.
Also, it's two completely different cultures, right?
Yes, absolutely. Two completely different cultures, but both also know the target audience, and things have changed over the years.
It was a Twitter statement.
It was a Twitter. I'll look into it more. Can you click on? Thank you all so much for explaining everything. Controversies with Jerry Conway pointing fingers at manga being sexist with drawing women with big proportions on Twitter. This was after news broke with April manga outselling comics.
Mm. So
he blames
maybe a connection.
Okay. They've been drawing sexy characters since the 50s, Wally Wood. And he thinks that modern comics aren't allowed to do that because they would be called sexist. Is that I assume this is what's happening? If that's the case, I don't know. Two different cultures, and manga knows how to reach their target audience.
American comics still have a ton of
not compared to
great proportioned women.
Well, yeah. Look at covers of Emma Frost and but I think maybe Jerry's talking about not the way that it was in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, obviously.
I disagree. I think it's just the same.
You think it's the same? I don't see. I mean,
everybody's got.
I don't know.
Not everybody. That's an.
I think they're being a lot more.
Well,
I think they're being a lot more careful these days.
Butt shots and.
They're being different. Like they're being a lot more careful these days to be more inclusive of the different readers that they have.
Yeah, definitely.
Back in the 80s and 90s, their target audience was prepubescent kids, like boys, that they were like, oh yeah, boys like Lady Death. She has a giant sword, like it's that kind of mentality that they had, and both editors and publishers knew what the target audience was. Now it's trying to accommodate to a whole new a whole new genre of readers. However, manga has always had shoujo and the sexy manga girls. It's a really tough question. I don't know. Would you ever speak to comics by Perch? I've never seen comics by Perch, but I'm always willing to. Thank you for the super chat to listen to or to talk to people that are into this as much as I am. For the Love of Comics is a guy that I saw a couple of his videos because somebody said you guys should do a collab together. I would love to talk to that guy. He gets it. He loves comics.
Derek says, oddly enough, a large proportion of Lady Death fans are women.
Yeah, I remember going to a convention. There were a lot of ladies in line waiting for Brian Paluto to sign their Lady Death, which is great. Mm-hmm. Purchase more of a business of comics channel. Cool. Brian. Okay. I'll check out a video or two and then hit him up. If if he's my cup of tea. Not microwave tea, but regular boiled tea. Hey Omar, I hope we get more Star Wars Epic collections out soon, collecting the older Dark Horse comic issues. Hope Tales of the Jedi gets Epic collections. Any word of more Star Wars Epics are coming? Let me check something really quick, Kenny, because I got a list And the list is ready to go live here in a couple of weeks that me and my buddy Curtis are going to be going over. But let me see if there's... Okay. Yes, more Star Wars will come in early 2022. Thanks for asking, Kenny. Purchase always moaning and he's boring. He's definitely always moaning, but so am I. Why can't Marvel just have their own? We had a fun conversation about that in
last week.
Oh, dude, you're talking to a guy that bought a bunch of Megazords and didn't watch a single episode of Power Rangers. Love giant robots, but my favorite ones by far are the ones from my childhood, and that is Messenger Z, or what some people call Transor Z.
If I could get that down, but I'm afraid I'm going to knock stuff down. Your favorite robots.
Getter Robo.
Baby, what are you doing? I'm going to get Strider back upstairs.
Ultraman, even though he's not really a robot. Optimus Prime and Megatron. Oh, gosh. But, I mean, this is the stuff that I grew up watching. And I like combining robots, right? Like, those are great. Combining robots are awesome to me. So, some old school Gundam. Yeah. Oh, dude. Gunbuster? Anyway. Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, the greatest robot ever. Thanks. That's a great question, Big Elmer.
Wait, I want to talk about
Tengen
Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Any news on David appearing on the show? I'll ask him. I'll ask him again.
Okay. So, as I was mentioning earlier, I want the girls to sit down and watch Gurren Lagann because I just get so wrapped up in it. Oh my gosh, it is so awesome. And the fighting spirit and Simone the Digger and never giving up and the animation. Oh my goodness, the general's facial animations. Okay, I ran down the stairs.
Iron Giant is the best U.S. giant robot. Melanie could probably agree with that. You think he's the best?
Oh, I love Iron Giant. That's such a good, underrated movie. And we wanted to watch it, and we don't have it.
How do we not have that on Blu-ray? Mazen Kaiser. That's also a good one. There's a lot of good robots. Now that Amazon is fresh out of Berserk, there will always be reprints. Berserk Deluxe editions are staying in print, as well as the Tonka Bones. So, yeah.
Isn't that a cool cover?
Okay, here's exactly what here's what Jerry Conway said. American comic book artists are taken deservedly to task regularly for outrageously sexist treatment of women. But rarely do I see a commentary on rampant sexism of manga. I mean, there is a truth to that statement. I'd have to read a little more to see that whole tweet thing. Iron Giant needs a live action remake. Hayden, quit trying to make live action remakes happen.
No live action. Mm-mm.
Look, you done made her mad.
I was just thinking about that previous thing. Okay. Well, how about I just talk out loud? It's just what I'm processing and thinking through. I mean, the males are very muscularly drawn, tight outfits, and I'm trying to think for women, just in general, just a general statement that to show more skin and put in sexual positions is the way to go. And I'm trying to think for men, there aren't as many sexual positions. I mean, okay, I'm talking for me.
I can do yoga.
Like Loki is hot on that cover because now I have a crush on him. Except he needs both legs spread anyway.
Okay, can we save that for the
I'm sorry.
What is wrong with you?
Oh my gosh! Did anyone? Did you just see what I'm saying?
No, you lost me.
What am I trying?
Gurren Lagann is in the top 5.
To sexualize, or not sexualize, to make a man sexy in a comic. How many positions is there to put him in?
2. Sitting with his arm down like this and standing with his giant sword.
That's sexy too.
Okay, so 2.
That's just me talking out loud. Don't hold me to it. I might change my mind later.
Well, you're going to take whatever the heck you just say out of context. Gurren Lagann's top 5 anime ever created. Absolutely. Believe in me.
That believes in you.
Gets me.
Yes.
Dude, episode 26 when he was like, "It's never goodbye."
Wait, I don't remember.
He points at his heart and he's like, "You'll always be with me." Oh, That gets me every time.
Oh, I spoiled something. Well, it's not spoiler. We were just
No,
talking.
don't talk about it.
I'm not. Just that something happens early on, and we were just talking about it, and Lydia was there. And we didn't know we were going to watch it. She's like, "You spoiled it." I'm like, "I didn't know we were going to watch it. It's not spoiling then."
Okay. Hey, Omar, do you think Marvel has any plans to print Star Wars complete collections of the new run? Probably, yeah, probably. Hey, Omar, I want to get into the Alien comics, but I much prefer the Epics line from Marvel. Think I should just bite the bullet? I don't know if they want to do the Aliens line yet in Epic format. The first Omnibus just came out. So if it's anything like Conan, it might wait for Omnis 3. Actually, 4 should wrap up all of Aliens. So they may do Epic collections. So don't hold me to that. I've seen both, but of course somebody in the West would see more discourse for Western comics. That's right. That's one thing I was going to say. We also don't know what's going on over there, as I don't know how, if things are being said like they are here towards artists. Have you watched Witch Academia? I've seen a couple of episodes. Same team that made Gurren Lagann. There was a Gurren Lagann episode too that Maddie texted me to watch. By the way, she reached out to me to see how I was holding up. That was really sweet. She was wondering how I was doing after she found out that Miura had passed. And I said, not well, but thank you. Marvel has licenses for Robert E. Howard Estate to reprint Conan and Cole. So why not Red Sonja? Does someone else have an exclusive deal? That is correct. Dynamite has Red Sonja with the same, I think it's a different. So when Robert E. Howard passed away, it's so weird, but somebody, the estate was broken apart. So somebody owns all of Conan and all of Cole. And then I think a lawyer owns, and it's really weird, somebody young too, owns Red Sonja. So that's it. That's pretty much it. Pangea 06, absolutely. Rest in peace, Kentaro Miura. True artist. He was a true master. And giant sword is always a metaphor. No, it's not. Sometimes a guy just likes to swing a giant sword for fun.
Oxmeat Pete's following me. Thanks.
Okay.
Look.
One person. One person is Oxmeat Pete is following Melanie.
Hey, Newspooey channel. Hey, I hear that Near Condition has an Ask Me Anything series of videos.
They do.
How does one such as I find these sorts of things?
Thank you so much. So we do have a Patreon where we do have like the Ask Me Anything. It's pretty much the after hours. It's a smaller thing, like a smaller event than this, where people have that. We have different tiers that accommodates to everyone's needs. Did I say that right? I think I did.
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading.
But yeah, we do have a Patreon. That's also in the link is in the description of all of our videos. Thank you. It's a lot of fun to do those.
Let's see. Here's some people chiming in on the discussion. Hip Hop Happen said it's just art, and CNS is 84. But honestly,
what's up, buddy?
What is wrong with drawing physically attractive characters, both male and female? Sex plus attraction is a normal, natural part of life. Why be prudish or punish it?
Here's the thing I always think of, like movies, right? Like they always hire pretty people to play these roles. If it's like a real life event, like this really happened, let's get Brad Pitt to play the role of the dad. There's a reason why people like to see pretty people on the screen or on pages. It's just, go ahead, baby.
Oh, Hannah's saying it's more that male characters are typically drawn sexily. I like that, sexily, for appropriate scenes. Female characters are drawn sexily as default. Yeah, that I know what you're saying. That it's like a little bit. What was I reading with Mary Jane? Like not every time she's talking to Peter, she's got to be in lingerie, right? Aren't
you when you get home as soon as you get off from work?
I think, especially back in the day, it was just them being sexy and not being like an important part of the story, back in the day. And of course that's gotten better. So I see all of those. I think I'm just going to be honest. And I think a lot of people think this. I get down on myself when I see all these perfectly drawn people, and that's an issue with me, right? I'm not saying, oh, stop drawing perfectly drawn people, because I wish I looked like that, right? Had those proportions in that figure and such, and it's something that if I stop and think about it, that enters my head a lot. And like I said, that's just a personal thing, but I mean, I remember starting to doing that in high school. Like, and it's cartoons, right? I get that it's cartoons.
It's not just comics though.
Anyway, Sailor Moon. I would watch Sailor Moon and wish I looked like them. Stuff like that.
I don't want you to have those long, lanky necks. Like your head would fall apart. Look, here's the thing. But it's not just comics. It's everywhere. You look at billboards. You look at magazines. You look at movies. It's everywhere where, you have the perfection of what a male should be and a female. And so,
it's for males too. So I think what would help our culture is perhaps having even more discussion and teaching children, so as they grow up, about positive body image, because like people were mentioning, there's draw it's art and draw these characters to be attractive, but to have that positive body image and realize that other body shapes are attractive as well. I think it'd be a generational thing. That's what I want to teach. I want to teach my girls.
You give me a Frank Cho girl any day, all day, every day. So there is different types of bodies that they draw. I get it. Yeah. For men as well too. So any news on Predator? Let me run through these, please. Any news on Predator? Yes, it is definitely coming in 2022. It was not canceled. I just can't announce the date yet, but hopefully here in the next couple of weeks I can, when they finalize the dates. So again, everything is always going to change, though, like as far as dates, but nothing is going to be canceled. Excellent question. Why hasn't Marvel reprinted Marvel versus DC events? Remember what I said about licenses and how much of a pain it is to get stuck in that license hole? That's one of the biggest things. How much share does everybody get? How much is DC? How much is Marvel? So that's another difficult thing.
50-50.
There is only one sexy post for men, the Jeff Gold.
Oh, yeah.
Quit sexualizing that, guys. Eyes up here. Have you watched? I haven't watched Army of the Dead yet, but I plan on it. Probably with my oldest daughter. I asked you to check out For the Love of Comics, and so was you. Okay, thank you, Tyler. And I just want to say thanks for taking my silly request seriously. Hope us see a collab. Sounds like a medical procedure. Much love back to you, man. Absolutely.
Thank you for the super chat.
Really smart guy. I love that he has a passion for these things, and that's what I'm drawn to, like somebody that loves reading and enjoys talking about these stories. So of course I would love that. You want to cry? Watch Puella Magi Madoka Magica. It's solid.
Is that what we watched together?
No, there's a scene. It tricks you, and you're thinking you're watching a magical girl story, but it's dark.
That one.
I saw that all in one day. Sometimes a sword is just a sword. That's right. Omar. Swinging it like Mjolnir. Superman is entering public domain in 2033. Will you put Kal-El into goofy situations? Is he really? Omar, tell David Gabriel to restock Daredevil. OHC. ASAP. Okay. I'll text him right now. Only for you, Roberto Rodriguez. Hey, Uncanny Omar, do you think we'll ever see any more Green Lantern Omnis from DC? I mean, they haven't done anything besides Jeff Johns' run. Well, did we get a Silver Age Omnibus? We had a Silver Age Omnibus. But you're right. There's so many more. There's Green Lantern Corps. I don't think there's enough for Grant Morrison's run yet, but absolutely, I think there needs to be more. And there's a lot more content there. I have to go. I have to go. Have you read Challenge of the Super Sons? Yes.
You did a review on it of it on my channel.
Yeah, Mad Boy has a channel. It's called Mad Dog.
I didn't know that.
Omar, do you think there's a problem with the current comic industry? I see some YouTubers talking about it. What are they talking about exactly? If you don't mind me asking.
That's a broad question.
It's a really broad question. I know that there are, there's always people out there with clickbait. And that's what that's one thing I didn't want to do with this channel, was make it clickbaity as like the fall of comics or the downfall of the printed comic or goodbye DC or whatever I've seen out there. So I like to know what exactly they're talking about. Casca's sexy no matter how she's drawn. Absolutely. That was Miura's, like, he put everything he enjoyed about women into one character.
It's a Casca.
And he talked about that when he was talking about Farnese, like Lady Farnese. He wanted and Farnese, oh god, there's so much awesomeness and beauty to Berserk. But Farnese was so different than Casca was. Casca was strong. She was dark skinned. She had a way of just handling herself than Farnese did. Whereas Farnese starts off strong and then, well, anyway. Nightwing's bulge is always up there for the masses to look at while in combat. So is his butt. Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't have to go, so please answer my question. Done.
Okay.
Thank you for the super chat, Alessandro Rossini. Greetings from Italy. I love your channel. Much love back to you. Happy you're here.
Big Elmer Crud wishes that
he looked like Sailor Moon. No way, man. Like a little more meat in my bones. Just read the Green Lantern, Green Arrow Absolute, sending some drawings your way if you're willing to. Absolutely, please send us your drawings. Please, please. Now I have another nice, huge package came in from my buddy Project Viking, all the way from Canada. And I'll be showing these thoroughly when I go over my haul for the month of May. But he sent me, oh, this is so cool. All the Lone Sloan books. Look at that. That's awesome. All the Lone Sloan books. He sent me some books I haven't read. Like, I've read this one. This is the Fearscape book. And then we have some. This is Boom. Some Boom books. We have Wild's End and Turncoat. And like I said, I'll be doing more of a overview of these. We have 2 Wild's End books. These are some I haven't read. Yeah,
this is the one Alex wanted me to read, and Amazon didn't ship it. So thank you.
Alex is a good guy.
And the Grant Morrison one that's upstairs.
6 from Sirius by Doug Mensch and Paul Galacci. And here's his favorite Claremont story, Morada, the She-Wolf, and then the Equinoxes, Pedrosa did this. This is from NBM. So yeah, I haven't read a lot of this stuff. So thank you so much, buddy.
And the book, the Grant Morrison, is upstairs, and we read the little note you wrote, and so I'm looking forward to reading that.
This keeps coming back up. So any news on Berserk continuing?
Oh, somebody mentioned what about just releasing the notes?
I think it will continue. That. I think as the publishers, I mean, it's their biggest selling books.
Well,
so
that's true. Yeah,
they'll release whatever.
Think of it as a business, but
they'll continue the story, and they're going to release the notes. There'll be a director's cut. There'll be so many versions of it. But I think, to me, the story will just go on, as it should, as is life. The story just continues.
Okay, when you said that, the Guts thing popped in my head.
It should. Also, do you think the quality of comic stores has gone down, up, down, or remained the same? I think comic book stores, in order to survive, have had to kind of change in the way that they do business, but mentally or the physical stores have changed over the years. It's not just comics. That's why you see pop figures or toys, and they've kind of warped themselves into almost like a geek sanctuary, where it's movies, it's everything that you can think of, and comics. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it's hard to find a store that just sells comic books. And I'm talking anywhere you go. It's hard to find a store that will just sell comic books. I think we ran into one when we were in Indianapolis that was just strictly comics. I hope they're doing well. So, wait, go back. I misread that. Quality of stories, not stores. Well, you get 2 for 1 then. The quality of comic stories have gone up and down or remained the same. Quality of stories I think they've remained the same. There's some great stories. Like, I mentioned this, I think it was doing one of my overviews. I get excited about modern comics just as much as I get excited about all the old stories I've read. There's some old stories that spoke to me more than others. There's some old stories that I'm like, I don't get why people like this.
I agree. I think it would always be.
It's always going to be the
good or bad, like a mixture.
Yeah.
No matter.
I enjoy stories.
What era?
No matter what era, exactly. What era they come from.
Hey, Omar, I was wondering what your suggestions for reading Iron Man are. Also love the content. You are doing a great job.
Thank you. Iron Man, the David Michelinie run, Bob Layton run, Matt Fraction's run, Warren Ellis' The Extremist is awesome. The Iron Man director of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is the Knopf brothers, did that. And, Kieran Gillen had a solid run on Iron Man. I like to see that collected. Those are some of my suggestions.
Max, he cracked me up. Hannah almost forgot to hit that like button.
Hannah,
thank you for not forgetting.
We're about to ban you.
How many emails have you sent the DC guy with no response? Just making sure you're sticking to your word and going after that relationship.
I just sent one last week. No response. I didn't even get the solicits yet, which were... Anyway, I'm not going to gripe. There's too many things.
You griped to me, baby. You did.
Yeah. Somebody asked earlier, and I meant to highlight this, and I couldn't find it, about what manga I suggest to somebody that likes Berserk. If you like Berserk, I strongly suggest reading books like Vinland Saga, books like Vagabond, Blade of the Immortal.
That's what I was going to say.
I enjoy books like that, and there's one that's coming out later this year. I cannot wait. I think Viz is supposed to send me an advanced copy of it, and it's probably one of my most anticipated books I want to talk about, and that is Fist of the North Star. If you like Mad Max and super muscular dudes fighting and making heads explode.
This is a stupid
question. No, it's not a stupid question.
Kieran Gillen wrote Iron Man? Nebula
No,
wrote
not Kieran Gillen. Kieran. Can you?
I see what you're saying.
Name, man.
What?
Can you get the Uncanny? There's an Uncanny X-Men by him. I just want to make sure how everybody pronounce it down there. There's two black with the blue and white label, Uncanny X-Men. Yeah, get one of those, please. This is the name. I'm sorry, Kieran Gillen, right? Perhaps, probably not. Kieran Gillen. That guy.
When's your anniversary with your friendship with David Gabriel?
Aww, that's funny. We texted each other like a couple of days ago. Happy friend anniversary.
Wait, you remember the day? Well,
because his comments.
You would.
Yeah, because he had messaged me that day. I think all solicits are out except for DC. Says it all, really. Yeah, I didn't want to bring the chat down, but we'll see. So is it Kieran? Ooh, good suggestions. Claymore, Ubel Black.
Oh yeah,
Claymore's awesome. Thank you, Declan. Rebel Bud isn't. Now y'all talking to each other. Yo, Omar, thank you, Elias.
Thank you, Elias,
for the super chat. You're the only streamer I donate to because you contributed to giving me all my Marvel Omnibuses, and this is your reward for completing my list. So gotta go make a new one. You are awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you for the super chat and for the kind words. It's my pleasure. Mega Shremzer. Omar's relationship with DC is like a teen romance comic. I sent him one note, but he never got back to me. Yeah, so Mike, I could be like
he's
pushy
the stalker.
creeper. Yeah,
he says a lot.
I'm the pushy creeper that
check this box.
Please don't take that out.
Box.
Stop. Somebody's gonna take that out of context and cancel me. My brother has told me we are meeting Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund in full getup for the last time at London. What do you mean for the last time? Is he sick or is he just not doing cons anymore? I love that guy. I just saw the.
That's cool for your birthday.
There was what is his name? And happy birthday, by the way. Upcoming birthday.
Cool for your birthday.
The name of the documentary, it was a two-parter. Like they just talk about 80s horror movies. Me and one of my Patreons were talking about that. And he told me there was a follow-up. And I'm like, there's a part 2? Awesome. What is it called? Something about... Anyway, they're like 4-hour-long documentaries. I love those. Omar, with the merge of Discovery and Warner Media, do you think DC will get it together to start pumping out some Omnis? I hope so. I hope that any change always gives me high hopes that DC will start getting their act together. In Search of Darkness. Thank you so much. That's what it's called. Thank you, Bert. Hey, how are you doing? Novarg. Comic shops are way better these days. Back in my day, if it rained, the Dark Horse section was closed since it leaked on it. Oh, dang. I know the motivation for the Marvel Swimsuit Edition, and I'm totally down and ready for an Omni. There's an audience for everything, but not everything is for everyone. Good way of putting it.
Yeah,
Good way of putting it.
And I love your profile pic.
In Search of Darkness. Yes, thank you guys. Love that documentary. So
Yeah, was it like 4 hours each episode?
I don't care. I'm rewatching it again.
I'm not making fun. I'm asking.
They did. And they talked about some great ones. And every time I look at that shelf with all the VHSs, I'm like, wait, what about that movie? We need to talk about that. But I'm glad they talked about like the creepiness of Basket Case or the amazingness of like Dario. And Dario, they love Dario Argento, which I'm always good to talk about. I love Dario Argento.
So Brian said he won't be dressing as Freddy Krueger anymore.
Oh, yeah, he's getting up there. I'm sure there's a lot of it takes a lot
and
for that.
And people are saying it's DC's loss.
Oh, thank you guys. It's my birthday on Monday. Hopefully there will be a suit up video in my honor. Well, there will be a video. It just it might be it will definitely be next week.
There's always a video.
I mean, a video in my suit. That's what I mean. I'm glad you're here too, man. I'm glad you're here too. Hey, Omar, it's 100% their loss. DC could seriously benefit from having a working relationship with you. I'm a patient man. I can wait. I love Berserk, and I was patient for 4 years between volumes. So, thank you. By the way, big shout out to CNSS84. He wrote me a wonderful email. He didn't want me to say his name, and it really spoke to me. And so many of you have reached out to me about Miura's passing and how much he meant to me, and it was wonderful. And I don't think at the time when I got the emails and tweets and Instagram messages, I don't think I had the words in me to tell you all how much that meant. I think I just wrote thank you. I don't know, because it really hit me hard. So I'll be doing a video in his honor sometime later today.
Kit Kat Butt Pan. Hey guys, can we talk about the mighty Marvel Masterworks continuous run? Good for new completionists. Size comparison.
We got them upstairs. Let me. Can you get them?
Yeah, I can get it.
Thanks, baby. Let me show you.
Our junior mints.
Yeah, Lydia and Alicia are both going to be reading the very first ones, and that is the Amazing Spider-Man, which collects all 10 issues. So I'll show you exactly what they did. It's really cool, and the variants are different too, not just in the front but also in the back. So. On behalf of us fans, thank you for continuing to try with these. You're very welcome. Maybe one day they'll pick up. I mean, it's just sometimes when they email me, it's just not. Yeah, we'll get back to you. I haven't seen The Good Place yet. I've seen a couple of episodes. Who is it? My mom?
Your mom and dad.
Okay, so. Here we go. This is what the mighty Marvel. Mighty Marvel Masterworks. By the way, they went through a name change. I think these were originally called the Marvel Masterworks Junior line. So not only do you get a different cover, so this is the direct market cover for the classics, Amazing Fantasy number 15, but you get a Michael Cho for the standard edition. The spines are different. You can see. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can pull it. Spines are different. And the backs are different. Now, if you notice on the standard edition, you see a volume 1. So very much like their Epic line, where the Epics are usually here on the right-hand side on where I'm looking at the book. On the Mighty Marvel Masterworks are on the left-hand side. Now, over here you won't see a number, but it's there. It's in writing. It says this is a volume 1 of a special limited printing collector's edition. So these are very cool. I'm very excited for my kids to get into these. They're wonderful. Yeah, David coined that phrase.
He did.
He was like,
it's good.
So my kids, the junior mints, are gonna review this with me. I'll get their thoughts about what they think about some Silver H. Stan Lee writing. I told them that it's not like their manga or some of the comics they've read. There's lots of words. Get your money's worth. These are $15.99. I think they're great. I love the size of them here.
Are they out yet?
They come out in
so
3 weeks, I think.
Asking.
Yeah, they come out in about 3 weeks. We're just doing an advance review of them. But here it is compared to the size of a look. Y'all are getting some advanced looks at. How much do I love Berserk?
We're doing a video today.
I love Berserk. It is my favorite manga.
I tell you how much he loves Berserk. I said, let's do one Thursday. And he was like, I'm not in the right frame of mind. I want to do it justice.
Yeah. I could not have done a video Thursday. You all would have seen a grown man cry.
Well,
a lot.
wait, that's good.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
You wanted to do the best that you could.
I couldn't get my words.
Yes, Stuart, they are in color.
Oh, yes, they are in color. Yep, $15.99, just smaller scale. Yep.
Hannah, you didn't miss any inappropriate comments. Omar, do you think we'll have an ASM Omni Volume 7 and 8, or will they stop once they connect with the author-specific books? Because I'm pretty sure the author-specific ones miss a couple of issues.
They do. The Roger Stern miss a couple of issues, but there'll be some double dipping with volume either 6 or 7, depending on how many they decide to do in between. There is definitely enough material for 2, because I don't think people like really huge omnis, because otherwise we're talking about a book that's going to be 1,500 pages, and I don't think they'll do that. They know Spider-Man sells. I'm pretty sure they'll split that up into 2.
Are the epics shorter? Or they say Simon says epics, they're shorter.
They're smaller than the epics. Yeah, I did a quick little, I'm sorry, this is Suicide Risk, but kind of give you an idea of the size of them.
Hey. Who's mentioning? Stuart's mentioning. I'm going to be getting a Berserk tattoo this week. I did ask him that. I said, are you going to get the brand of sacrifice now? Maybe.
I said, well,
maybe I'd be okay. It scares me.
It's something that
genuinely scares me. I'm afraid something bad's going to happen if you got the brand of the sacrifice. Okay. That's it.
Okay. The only thing that's going to happen is I see another guy at a convention that has the tattoo of the brand of the sacrifice.
Gosh, I bet you there are going to be.
We're going to be like, and that's it. Because we're going to know.
We kind of would be matching with Final Fantasy X here. You would get it on your neck here.
Yeah. I don't know if I want it on my neck. I don't know. But yeah, that's something I've been thinking about.
You want to hear it like Casca?
I don't know. Something I've been thinking about for a while now. Is Grell Iron Man this week? It is. There's a complete collection coming out. I'll be doing an advanced look at that on Tuesday. Are we going to see a different wig, Melanie, every week?
But a total of 4. One of them I can't get to work, though. So, no, next week I'm getting my hair done before the show. I ain't wearing a wig that day.
I think Berserk chapters will release faster now. Probably. They might give it some time in between. Crying exposes pain and weakness. It's a healthy mechanism, better than letting it fester in your subconscious. Absolutely. I don't think there's anything
wrong with that. That was poetic right there. That was.
I had a friend of mine that said that he doesn't trust anybody that didn't cry at Schindler's List.
Oh, yeah. That's a good...
I tell you, it's the ending that always gets me
test.
When he's looking at the things. This watch. This could have been 5 more people. This car. Yeah. I don't think there's nothing wrong with crying. I don't know whether it's fictional or, I think it's good that...
You just want to be sure that you can express all of your thoughts clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Red Sonja appeared in REH Shadow of the Vulture, set during the Turkish siege of Vienna in 1529, adapted the story in Conan the Barbarian. So yeah, but she wasn't known as Red Sonja, right? Like that was a character mainly created borrowing elements from Robert E. Howard, and I think it was Roy Thomas, wasn't it, that created the character?
DBZ All-Star, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nothing is wrong with crying, Omar. You feel however you need to feel. You are a wonderful human being who has suffered a loss.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you. We definitely think that. Just that I'm
a wonderful human being.
You were too. Yes, that too. Just you were too tired to make a video.
Not tired. I was just mentally I wanted to do his memory justice. 900 pages in, 500 to go. Enjoy yourself, man.
Yeah.
Why the Last Man is one of my favorites.
When are we getting those Prime 1 Berserk statues?
I don't think your love of something is determined by how much money you spend on it. I think it's wonderful for the people that can afford it.
What was it that it was the bookends?
The bookends would have been cool. But honestly, I think, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole,
you were like,
my dude.
If I
buy Guts, I'm gonna buy Casca, and then if I buy Casca, I gotta get Griffith, and if I get Griffith, then I have to get Fento, and if I get Fento, I'm gonna end up with a $800 Puck statue.
Oh, the Griffith plushie's upstairs.
He's right there.
You got it.
You're looking at him like on the screen.
So cute. Hi, everybody.
We're blessed to have had Mirai in our lives, and he will continue to live on. I've definitely been feeling a lot of emotion since finding out.
It's like an earring.
Can
I take this off?
Do not touch that. Love the TMNT. Love TMNT as a kid. That's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for people that didn't know. And I was wondering if there's any runs printed in color, and if so, there's a good place to start. Thomas, I think the best incarnation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the IDW run. It's wonderful. It is in color. It's a different take on the Turtles, but that's okay. The animation is a different take on the Eastman and Laird run. The image is different. The Marvel comics were different. So that to me is the best run. It is so good.
Brian is mentioning never get tattoos on the neck or hands. It spoils job prospects.
Tell my wife.
My hair covers it.
Yeah.
Well, no, except when I chopped it all off.
Tattoo NMC going gangster. One tattoo, really? I don't know. I've met gangsters with no tattoos.
A whole tattoo sleeve of all the characters. And the god hand could be your fingers. Oh my gosh.
Real men cry. They just are very picky as what brings them the tears.
Not Cinema Therapist, that channel. He says he cries every time. Yeah, that's what I was crying.
I don't trust anyone who doesn't cry. Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3. I don't know if you're being serious or not, but that made me laugh.
We've never watched Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3, so something might happen.
Crying emotion is a good indicator that one is human. Yeah, absolutely. Any update on Conan Volume 7? Honey, thank you for asking. And that's I'm not. Like, that's not a nickname. That's not a nickname.
Honey.
I think there's high hopes for that. I wish
Addie. I wish I had a collection as big as yours, but I can't buy anything. I'm broke. Then you appreciate what you get, like this. I don't know. This is cheaply made. It probably was overpriced.
I'll tell you.
I love this Griffith plushie. I love the Alf plushie.
I've been there, man. I was broke. After my first marriage fell apart, I had to sell a lot of my key issue comics, a lot of my most wonderful comics that I like. I used to have Hulk 181, Giant Size X-Men 1, all that stuff. That stuff I had to part with, and all I had left was, just I had to build myself back up. So I've been there, I know, and you'll get there if you want something like this. I mean, this is years. This is decades of collecting. I've been reading comics for 36 years and really collecting comics for I kept all my comics, selling things and buying stuff. Yeah. But thank you.
Oh,
you found Absolute Black Mirror. Oh, awesome. Will be my first Absolute edition. You're in for a treat if you've not read that. It's one of my favorite Dick Grayson / Batman stories.
I didn't realize it was 1:00. I'll get more stamina.
Easy now.
I'm just now.
Other than Ascenti, which DD would you like to see? I'd like to go back to Silver Age, man. Let's go get Silver Age 2.
Big Stu's Mystery Boxes is asking what's upcoming on the channel this week.
Oh, thank you, Big Stu's Mystery Boxes. I think, okay, so I've got Incredible Hulk by Peter David. A first look at that. Volume 3 tomorrow. Man-Thing Monday. So the Man-Thing Omnibus, the new printing. I'll be doing a comparison with the original printing. There'll be a Marvel announcement sometime with one that people are speculating already because it kind of got leaked. But that's okay, with some surprises for restocks that are coming this year. And there's also the first look at trade paperbacks. Hopefully the DC solicitation video. I have no idea what's going on with that. My most wanted DC, my top 20 most wanted DC Omnis. That video is coming out sometime this week or this coming up week. I don't think I'll get X-Men in there in time, but we'll see. Omar, before you commit to okay.
No, before you commit to a tattoo, rock an impermanent version of the.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that is a really good idea. Omar Mel. So thank you for the another great Saturday morning show. Omar, thank you for mentioning my email. I meant every word, brother. Much love, health, and happiness.
Thank you. It really got me, man.
Melanie has room in her heart for love of all plushies and fictional characters. Yes. And, I still do have a couple of plushies. Like, they lie on the floor of my room.
We gave a lot of our plushies to our girls, too.
Yeah, and it's just so awesome to see how much they take care of and love their plushies.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love it. I'm appreciating every day they do it. Okay, so Addie, thank you. I love your videos.
Much love back to you,
man. On that note, we have 5 more questions to answer.
Get the tattoo. No regrets. I love that meme.
No regrets.
It's that guy that goes like that, and it's.
I remember. Okay.
What Berserk book is behind you? Beside the. So I have a couple. Let's see. This is the illustration files. It's one of my favorite ones. Both of these were imported from Japan. I'm trying to make sure there's no naughty.
Look, it's. Ooh,
that's from the anime from 1990. So my story, I was going to tell a little bit about these things. I watched the anime in 1998 on bootleg VHS, and I wanted more. So I went on eBay, and this was my first eBay purchase.
This is segment of the show.
What was a book, and I bought this I think in 99 because I wanted more, and I thought there was going to be more, and apparently no, there wasn't. But this is mainly the art of the manga here. This Berserk illustration file. These both came from Japan. It's just beautiful artwork.
I love how Japanese books have these little wraparound things. I never take them off either.
Yeah.
Like on the vinyl records.
A lot of this I can't show. There's a pull-out poster, but what monster pulls out their poster from an art book or manga?
You can pull it out or leave it in.
Look how adorable that is. Come on. Where else are you going to see that but in an art book?
And then think about what happens later. How wrong it is.
Yeah. So those are 2 of my favorite art books. I love art books. And I have a lot of anime and video game art books. I need me some 90 Psylocke in a swimsuit. Isn't 90 Psylocke in a swimsuit the entire time, though? Hey, Omar, do you think the content in the X-Men Hellfire Gala Red Carpet Edition with the double dip in any of... I went over the content. It doesn't double dip with any of the stuff, the Reign of X trades, I don't think, but I haven't also seen the solicits. If it's anything like X of Swords or House and Powers of X, I don't think it will be... I don't think it'll double dip. Thanks, man. Y'all's comments today have really cheered me up. That's awesome. I need some Nanny. Do you know who Nanny is?
From Muppet Babies?
No. Nanny is the egg. The robot egg that hangs out with the orphan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love her relationship with Mr. Citizen. Mr. Citizen's like, you're so creepy. What are you doing behind me? I didn't know you were there staring. Omar, I have been thinking about why Roger Stern was not able to finish his run on ASM and Avengers. I did not like how Simonson finished Heavy Metal. The reason probably is that he was probably really strongly opinionated about some of the things that he wants to do with the characters, and then I'm sure editors stepped in and be like, no, we're not doing that. I know, for example, for the Magneto story, he wanted to make Magneto a villain again for X-Men versus Avengers, and Tom DeFalco and then his editors at the time stepped in and said, no, we're not doing that. We're not going to make Magneto a villain. He is now hanging out with the good guys. He's taking over Professor Xavier's role. And he didn't finish X-Men versus Avengers. He left with issue 3. So I don't know if he was difficult to work with. I'm not going to say that because I wasn't there, but I'm sure there were a lot of heads clashing and rightly so, because you're writing the book. You're like, I know the way the character should be. I know the direction this book should be going. You're just an editor. But then editors step in, and their jobs, rightly so, are to make sure the voices sound the same or sound the way they're supposed to sound, and the story goes in the direction of the entire Marvel universe, not just Avengers. Manga question, Omar. How long does it take to get used to the way of reading manga? I mean, right to left. I've never read manga. Not very long at all. It depends on your personality. And I got my very good friend Omni Dog. God bless him. He can't do right to left. He's like, my brain is just not wired that way.
Yeah, how your brain is wired. I didn't have any trouble, but I could see how people would. Like riding a bike, like you don't think about, right? You're reading, you don't think about how you're moving your eyes, and then to have to flip that around, it is trouble for some people. So I say just try it out.
Yeah. If you want to try something like Blade of the Immortal is mirrored. So it is left to right in traditional Western style. So you don't even have to think about that. Michael Emmett, have you been here with all the burns? And this is the first one I click on. You don't get a name like Stern without being a serious person.
Maybe he's been busy. He's making a K-Lax, 4x4 K-Lax in the background. All right.
Just pretend you're reading the sports pages. All right. And yes, at this moment, I just want to remind everybody to hit that like button. Check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com. We'll be back later today. I don't know if I want to make it a live video, but it's, it'll be in honor of Kentaro Miura, my favorite mangaka. Hey, Heather, you're back. How are you? We're just about to leave. Any chance you might review the Dark Horse Nocturnals Omnibus this summer? Man, I love Dan Brereton. Remember I told you I could tell it was Dan Brereton by the shape of his mouth in that Marvel book. I'm like, hey, that's Dan Brereton.
Yes. Actually, I do remember.
I will probably get that. But thank you. Hey, Omar, I'm starting an X-Men read-through. I know they aren't necessary, but when do you recommend reading this? State Fair and the New Teen Titans. Oh my god, I forgot about that stupid State Fair book. You can read that around issues 155, 156, something like that. X-Men saved the Texas State Fair, something like that. It has the guy. Anyway, and as far as the X-Men and New Teen Titans, I think that's definitely a standalone. But that's back in the when Cyclops was leading the team again. So probably around issues 150, also around 150 or so.
I like how people are saying goodbye because they know how it works.
Yeah, they all know how it works.
Go ahead and say goodbye because it's going to take.
Hey, Marvel Bab, how you doing? I haven't seen you for a minute. Yeah, everybody have a wonderful weekend. I love doing this. The State Fair of X-Men. The State Fair of Texas X-Men. Yeah. They'll have a Superman action and Supergirl, FFDD, and a couple of others in singles. Oh, okay. Stay. You doing it?
Yeah. Sugar Man, I don't know. You got to talk about doing an all-night live stream rager again.
That might be a minute. My liver needs to heal. Hugs Omar, mourn Kentaro's loss, celebrate his life. Absolutely. That's what it's. We'll do that. We'll be talking about Kentaro Miura for a whole episode. And it might be live.
Do you guys want us to do live?
If you guys want us to do us live, then
no, it's really up to you. But people are saying,
hit that like button. You want to see a grown man cry, though, just to give you a heads up. I can't talk about that man without getting it all emotional.
I think we just spent 10 minutes about how that's okay.
Your live streams are always awesome. Goodbye to you, good sir. So, on that note, everybody, stay healthy, stay safe out there. Get some rest. Take a break. Be with your family and friends.
Yeah, we'll all cry together. And as always, stay minty.
Bye, everybody.